The graphics card is the most important component when it comes to your gaming performance. The faster the graphics card, the better the level of gaming performance will be. So if you want the best 1440p gaming graphics card for your budget and your needs, then you came to the right place. Today I will show you the best GPU for every budget for 1440p resolution, and all of these graphics cards will run games at very high frame rates at 1440p resolution. The links to these GPUs will be down below in the video description with the latest prices and availability in your region. My name is Valentino. That being said, let's start. With the first GPU, we have the RX 7800 XT. This is a graphics card that's amazing for 1440p resolution, and it's not as expensive as other graphics cards in today's market. Now, the 7800 XT, of course, is not going to be the fastest one out there, but it is going to be very fast. In high demanding games, you can expect well over 90 FPS on average, and I'm talking about games like Cyberpunk 2077, The Last of Us Part 1, games of that nature, high to ultra settings, so very high performance for these type of games. And then if you want to play esports shooters, well, it will heavily depend on your CPU, but if you have a decent CPU like a Ryzen 5 7600 or i5 13600K or KF, you will be able to average over 240 FPS in games like Valorant, Fortnite, CS2, and these type of games in competitive settings. So feel free to go with a 240Hz 1440p monitor, or even higher if you have a faster CPU. By the way, in the video description you will find the best CPUs to pair with each graphics card, so if you don't have any PC knowledge and you want to buy a CPU as well, then check those links out. The price for the RX 7800 XT is about $580 by the time of filming, but remember that the market right now is a bit crazy, so maybe when you're watching this it's going to be more expensive, or maybe it's going to be cheaper. With the next graphics card, we have a high-end 1440p GPU that's also not as expensive as other graphics cards that I will mention. So this one is the RX 7900 XT. This graphics card is a very high-end GPU for 1440p. You can play any game that you want on ultra settings with no issues, and you can expect well over 110 FPS on average when it comes to high to ultra settings in high demanding titles. Now, depending on your CPU, you will be able to average well over 300 FPS if you play esports shooters. What I like about this graphics card is that you get 20 gigs of VRAM, which is plenty of VRAM for right now and for the future. So if you want to play high demanding titles down the line at 1440p, the 7900 XT will be an amazing choice. Also, it's very capable of playing games at 4K, high to ultra settings, depending on the exact game. So if you feel like you will upgrade your monitor to a 4K one, well, the 7900 XT is definitely capable of doing that. Of course, the level of performance is not going to be as strong as 1440p if you play at 4K, but you can definitely average around 70 FPS high to ultra settings in high demanding games, or even more if you turn on FSR, which is the upscaler from AMD. The price for this graphics card by the time of filming is going to be around 800 USD. Very expensive, but again, not as expensive as other graphics cards that I'm about to mention. The next one is a very high-end GPU, and this is one of the latest graphics cards that they've released in the RTX 5070 Ti. The RTX 5070 Ti is definitely top tier when it comes to gaming performance at 1440p, and it's also very fast when it comes to ray tracing performance. So if you're looking for basically the best graphics card for 1440p for both rasterized performance and ray tracing performance, this is going to be the best option for you. You can easily average over 130 FPS when it comes to high demanding games, high to ultra settings, and if you have the proper CPU or the CPUs that you will have down in the video description, you can easily average well over 500 FPS when it comes to esports shooters competitive settings. The 5070 Ti is also very fast when it comes to 4K resolution, so if you want a 4K monitor down the line, feel free to upgrade because this GPU will be able to support that, and you will be able to average around 80 FPS in high demanding games, high to ultra settings. So very fast, and of course you can get faster performance if you use DLSS, which is the upscaler from Nvidia. And also this GPU is amazing not only for gaming but also for content creation and productivity work. So if you're a content creator or you do a bunch of productivity work, the 5070 Ti is one of the best graphics cards that you can buy right now. Unfortunately, the price is very high at around $970 by the time of filming, And if you were wondering why I didn't mention the RX 9070 XT on this list, it's because by the time of filming, the cheapest 9070 XT is around $940. So if the 5070 Ti and 9070 XT are about the same price, I would definitely buy the 5070 Ti. As a bonus mention, the RX 9070 might be interesting for you because it's a very fast GPU. I mean, it's just slightly slower than the 7900 XT that I've mentioned before, but it's much faster when it comes to ray tracing performance, and it has a much more improved upscaler. However, the 9070 goes for around $840, so it's more expensive than the 7900 XT, but it's quite cheaper than the 5070 Ti. So if you want the latest gen from AMD and you don't want to spend as much as the 5070 Ti, it might be an interesting option for you. Regardless of that, I believe that the 9070 going for over 800 USD is way too pricey, and the market right now is crazy, but these are the prices that we have at the moment. So if you want to buy a graphics card right now, I do believe that the GPUs that I mentioned today are the best ones that you can buy. If down the line we get the normal prices and we get these graphics cards back to their MSRPs, then it's going to look much better. But of course, not everyone wants to wait, and we don't know how long we have to wait until that happens. So if you want to buy a GPU right now for 1440p, I don't blame you, and I think that the graphics cards I mentioned are going to be the best ones for the price that you can buy right now. And if you want to get a complete gaming PC around these graphics cards, I recommend you watching my video on the best PC builds of the month, or you can go to the top link in the description and ask me for personal PC help, where I will help you out pick every component around the graphics card that you want to buy. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.